And look, we need to talk about your city budget. And I know. Just saying the words municipal finance is basically a human sleep aid. It's that topic you instinctively scroll past on your newsfeed to get to a video of a raccoon trying to wash its cotton candy. But here's the thing, while you've been watching that adorable little trash panda have an existential crisis, your city council has been rummaging through your wallet like a slightly more organized raccoon in a tiny, sensible suit. They're doing it with something called stealth taxes. Because your local government has figured out that you, the American public, get very angry if they try to raise the big, obvious property tax. You get out the pitchforks, you make angry signs, you might even, God forbid, show up to a Tuesday night meeting. So they've just decided to skip all that and hide new taxes in places you're less likely to look. It's the political equivalent of your parents hiding vegetables in your mac and cheese. But the mac and cheese is your electric bill, and the vegetable is financial ruin. Let's start with the honest ones. In Wellington, Utah, they apparently just gave up on stealth entirely and are proposing a 225% property tax increase. That's not a tax hike, that's a hostage situation. Your new bill isn't a tax, it's a ransom note. We have your city services. If you ever want to see them again, pay $487 more. We know where your garbage lives. But that's amateur hour. The real professionals are much sneakier. Take California, a state that is basically just an avocado held together by anxiety and development impact fees. They've gotten so good at this, cities like Palmdale are now hitting up to 10.25% combined sales tax. You are paying a 10% surcharge just for the privilege of buying a bag of Funyuns. You're not just buying a snack, you are single-handedly funding the city's entire pothole filling and then immediately forgetting about it again department. And it gets worse. The real five-star grift is in your utility bills. This is where it goes from annoying to full-blown late-stage capitalism fever dream. In Nevada, NV Energy just got approval for a revolutionary new billing system.
Well, this morning, the Public Utilities Commission of Nevada stopped short at granting the NV Energy the 9% rate increase it wanted, but it did sign off on a change in the times in your household will pay the most for using your electricity. The confusing part, it'll be different for everybody.
They're not just going to charge you for how much electricity you use. Oh no, that's for simpletons. They are going to start charging you based on the single 15-minute period where you used the most electricity all day. It's called a daily demand charge. And think of it this way. If you dare to run your air conditioner, your microwave, and Scandal reruns all at the same time just for 15 minutes, bam! Your bill for the entire day is based on that one moment of frantic multitasking desperation. It's like your power company is a vindictive high school principal who catches you running in the hall one time and then gives you detention for the rest of the year. What's that, Mrs. Johnson? You tried to vacuum while toasting a Pop-Tart? That's a peak demand violation. Your rate just tripled. Enjoy your darkness. But wait, there's more, because they are never done finding new things to charge you for. You like parking your car? That's adorable. San Diego just doubled its parking meter rates, eliminated free Sundays, and for any event near the stadium, they're charging $10 per hour. That's not a parking fee, that's a luxury car lease. You are paying $10 an hour for the privilege of not having your car towed while you watch millionaires play catch. You like throwing things away? Los Angeles just approved a 54% increase in trash collection fees. And for small apartments, it's a 130% increase. They're literally charging you more to take away your own garbage. At this point, it's cheaper to just compost your trash in your own bathtub. And my personal favorite, the absolute pinnacle of this nonsense, stormwater fees. Cities like Eugene, Oregon, and Flagstaff, Arizona are now charging you a fee based on how much impervious surface you have on your property. That is a tax on your driveway. You are being fined for the rain. They have successfully monetized the weather. What's next? A sunshine fading your curtains fee? A breeze mildly inconveniencing your picnic surcharge? Oh, and we're not done. The most shameless, the absolute cheek of it all comes from cities in Oregon. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. They are just adding a public safety fee. It's called a daily demand charge. And think of it this way. Troutdale, $15 a month. Gresham, $15 a month. Corvallis, $33.64 a month. They've just decided that police and fire, the most basic fundamental function of a city, the one they wanted to defund, is now an a la carte menu item. It's like subscribing to Netflix, but instead of The Crown, you get not having your house burned down. Sorry, sir, you're only subscribed to the basic fire plan. We can put out the kitchen, but the living room, that's a premium. Now look, your city will tell you we have to do this. Our infrastructure is crumbling, inflation, federal mandates, and fine, some of that is true. But the point is, by hiding these hikes in 17 different bills, they avoid having one single honest conversation about how much the city costs and who should pay for it. So here's the actionable advice, and I'm sorry, you're gonna hate it. You have to pay attention to the boring stuff. The utility bill you just auto pay. Read the fine print. That weird mailer from the Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District. Don't throw it out. And you have to show up to the city council and utility commission meetings. Yeah, they are boring. They are designed to be boring. They are engineered to be soul-crushingly dull that you'd rather be getting a root canal from a dentist who won't stop talking about his boat. But that is where they are deciding to tax your rain and charge you for your 15 minutes of Pop-Tart fueled chaos. You gotta go. And here's where it goes from ridiculous to absolutely criminal in some California jurisdictions. Development impact fees. That's the stealth tax a builder pays just to get permission to build a new house. They can be as high as $47,742. That's it. That's the fee. They are literally charging the price of a brand new Audi A3 just for the idea of a house. And then they wonder why no one can afford to live there. And here's the thing. California's obsession with these fees traces back to one decision in 1978, Proposition 13. Voters said, we hate property taxes. So the city said, fine, we'll just hide them in 47 different places. It's like telling your teenager they can't spend your money. So they start a lemonade stand charging $50 per cup. Stealth taxes, they feel like a trap. But the same system draining you is the one some people quietly flip to their advantage. Because while your city is busy nickel and diming you with rain taxes and Pop-Tart penalties, there's an entire class of people who have figured out how to use the very thing that destroys most people's wealth, debt, to actually build it. And I explain it in this video right here, how they're playing by completely different rules using strategies that sound backwards until you see the math. And once you understand what they're really doing, you'll never look at your monthly bills the same way again. The question is, are you ready to learn what they don't want you to know?